from bypass doors to bifold doors. So the first thing you want to do is demo these out or remove them. The next step, after you get your floor pivots in, you're going to hang the door. And to do that, if you come close, you can see in this track that you have two grooves. You kind of have to line the wheels up on your door perfectly and push it into place, and then turn the wheels a little to lock it into place. And we'll demonstrate that. Let's see. There it goes. You'll feel it grab, and then you're ready and you're locked in. So then what you want to do is place your floor bracket, your floor pin into this bracket here. Take a closer look there. There we go. I believe that's in. And then you pop your pin on top into that piece. And then make sure you have a nice glide. Make sure that if you are binding on the side, we're going to have to push that bracket over more and compensate on the bottom as well. It feels like I have a little grab there. So we will be making some adjustments there. So we got the first door in, and no, we don't make adjustments to this door until we get both doors in. That way we make sure everything, jives perfectly. So let's get the second door in. Top pivot, and there you go. Check this side. Not getting too much rub on the end on this one. Shut both doors. See how they look. And as you can see, we have quite a bit of gap there. So we're going to have to do a lot of adjustments here. All right, now that we hung the doors, now we're going to make the adjustments to make sure everything's got an even reveal. And make sure the gap is perfectly straight. As you can see, our gap here is a little bit wider at the bottom, so I'm going to have to kick the bottom over just to here. Also make sure, before you start, make sure one of your doors are plumb, which we checked before on this side here. And as you can see, it's pretty plumb there. So now we're just going to make the adjustment on the bottom and get it set right in place before we put our trim on. Right, so what we're going to do to adjust this, so this is mounted on the bottom, you're going to loosen this up here, and then you're going to slide your pivot point where you need it and then lock it back into place. So that's what I'm going to do here to adjust this, to get our gap where we need it. So here we go. Make sure that's center. That looks like a good area. Just give it a tighten. Don't want to go too much, otherwise you're going to raise your door. Okay, there we go. We have our doors basically where we need them. We're going to lower this door a little bit. As you can see, the reveal is a little high on this end. And in order to do that, we're going to access the pivot point on the bottom of the door with this wrench and crank it until where we see that the hip level on the top. So I'm going to do that now. We got all our adjustments made. We made sure that all our reveals and our gaps are pretty much uniform. So you want to make sure your gaps are even all the way across. which we've got here in the center. When you have everything adjusted, and if you end up moving your pin down below, you're going to have to also move your wheel height as well to keep the top reveal level. Make sure your doors are level. So in that case, you just take your wrench and you adjust your wheel to the proper height. And good way to check is when you move your door, it's not skipping on the track or you get any binding. It should have a nice smooth motion like so. Okay, now that we have our doors installed, it's time to place the handles on our, or the knobs on our bifolds here. So you really want to go at closest to the pivot point where there's a material you could actually sink your drill into. So I have them marked right here where I'm going to be placing those knobs. Sometimes this could be tricky, especially if there's a wall behind there. Oh, there it is. There we go. Don't want to go too tight. There you go. As you can see, we got nice movement there. Do the same with the other side. Alrighty. Now you got your knobs installed, and we're getting ready to put on the trim. Now we have these spring spacers that you want to install after you get your doors put in. You want to put them right in the middle there so your doors aren't knocking together. Just push them in like so. Just snaps right in there. Oh, upside down there. There you go. And now when you shut your door, it's a nice smooth transition there.